Hello, this is Ellen McCauley in Syracuse, New York. We're starting session 11 and I couldn't be more excited about it. And there are certain guidelines for the Pray It Off group. And I want to mention them because many people here are new, and then there's many people who've been here who need to be rejuvenated, who need to be reborn in the Pray It Off credo. So it's not just, it's like for some of you, I really want you to pay attention even if you've been here for 4 or 5 years. Before beginning any exercise or weight loss program, Holy Family and Pray It Off insist that you clear it with your physician, and Pray It Off as a prayer group has no liability for any sports, diet-related injuries or illnesses. If tomorrow you get on your exercise bike for the first time in 20 years and you sprain your ankle or something, don't say, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't go to that darn group. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. We eat less, we move more, and pray. And I especially want to address this to anybody in the group or even the new people who kind of feel hopeless. It's been Christmas and New Year's. There wasn't a cookie that didn't have your name on it. There wasn't a glass of eggnog that didn't beckon you. The prayer said to leave the past behind. Leave it behind. We can't unring that bell. We can't take that double whopper back. They're done. But what we can do is today is January 3rd, 2013. And you know what? We got January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Oh, you can throw in, a couple of parties in between. But relatively speaking, it's not Christmas, it's not Thanksgiving. Weddings don't really start to the summer and graduation parties. Let's buckle down. And there were many people who said, I was very bad during Christmas, and then they didn't gain weight. Because if you learn as a habit to eat less, move more, and ask God to help, even when you're bad, you're not as bad as you used to be. And if you are bad, you hurry up and get good again. You say, all right, it's December 30th, I better kick it up. One person in particular said, if I didn't know I was going January 3rd, I would have gained 10 pounds and kept them on. So what we're here to do is to begin again. We start at St. Pio is our intercessor. We start every Thursday from 6 to 7, but weigh-in starts at 4:45. Please come early. Starting next week, I will have my boom box with some rock music, and anybody who wants to stand over there, I don't care if you do this. I don't care if you move. You come early and you move and you get that heart rate up. If you get here at 5:15 and you're moving for 45 minutes, and no one's going to gawk at you. We're all friends here. It's going to be just 45 minutes of movement. If you come in late, get your packet and then quietly go to your seat. You should always have your packet. Bring a 3-ring binder. Keep your prayers handy. You will be given a schedule of the meeting. Now here's something else too. Last week, December 27th, there wasn't a meeting. There was no meeting between Christmas and New Year's. 4 people came. 8 people called me, where are you? 3 people emailed me, I won't be able to make it to the meeting. And as I said to one person, there never was a meeting. And she's like, what do you mean? I go, there never was. It wasn't on the initial schedule. I'm going to give you a schedule today, and many of you are going to go home and deposit it in the black hole of Calcutta. I'm begging you. Keep it there. I've even tried to make it more attractive by you putting your weights and your goals so you'll have to look at it every week. So we're going to talk about the schedule again in a minute. Also, no chatter during the presentations. The reason is, and I'll share it with you, as many people know, I have a hearing problem that amplifies peripheral noise. So if Al's back there saying to Ann, did you do your logs this week? And he's whispering them. It sounds like he's going, did you do your logs? So it amplifies it. So it's very distracting for me. Also, I kind of think it's kind of rude. Like when the person sneezed in the Les Mis movie and everyone was yelling out, God bless you. And I'm thinking, I believe in God bless you when you're sneezing, but in the middle of the movie, so let's just keep it down a little bit. You must hand in your food log each week. You will not be weighed without it. Now, let's take a really good look at number 9. That's not new. That has been a part of the rules since day one. Now, if you work at Upstate Medical Center and you left your book at home, I don't want you getting in a car accident going home to get your book if you're afraid I won't weigh you in. If you did your logs, and I know when you're lying, I know. It's a prayer group, everybody, a prayer group. If you did your logs and you inadvertently left them home and you bring them next week, yes, I'll weigh you in. But if you did not do them, I can't weigh you in. Okay. Now, I've had people who've had major losses in their life and they're still doing their logs because it's what they do. It's a habit we get into. Must wear your name tag. Read a chapter from the Bible each week. Here's number 12. People don't do this. Read the complete packet when you get home. Now, I don't mean Thursday night. I don't mean at 7:15 you're sitting there at your desk reading it. Although if you want to, I'm not going to stop you from doing that. There are people who never look at their packet again, ever. I only hit the highlights. Each week there's vital information. And if you think you know it all about losing weight, I have one thing to say to you. Here's the microphone. You can do the meeting, because I don't know it all. I don't know it all about losing weight and keeping it off. We can learn something new every week, and it's in the packet. You have to commit to attending weekly. Now, when I say this, do you think it's for me that my ego is so big that I go home to say to Bob, there was only 97 people, and my ego's so bad I wanted there to be 107. I'm doing it for you, because if you don't come, if you don't commit to a healthy lifestyle, it is so easy to fall off that wagon, and not only fall off the wagon, but get hit by the wagon behind you. And that's what we're trying to avoid. You must call or email me. Here's something else that goes into the black hole. My phone number and email address. 468-4233, McCauley@AOL.com. With a valid reason. You might say, why do I gotta give her a valid reason? Being in this group is a privilege. There's only a $5 registration fee because Father Pryor needs it for the copies. If you were going to go to Weight Watchers and pay $15 a week, or go to the Warrior program and pay $600, they don't care if you come or not because they already got their $600. This is for you. It's confidential. So if I stand up here and say, in 1980, I went for psychoanalysts for depression, which I didn't, but I'm just saying that. And then somebody in church says, Jane or Jim or Bob from the group said you had depression and went to a psychiatrist. No. Now, I will say, even being in the group, like if I see you at Wegmans and I'm with my sister, I don't say, this is my friend from Pray It Off. I say, this is my friend from church. Aren't we in church? Is that a lie? No. Some people don't want it blabbed that they're in a weight loss group. So even being in the group, it's confidential. There's a prayer box here, and people write prayer intentions, and they work. 2 people, St. Pio and I, prayed them into new jobs. Anything you want prayed about, it can go on here. Also, if you would like, we can take a vote, not this week. Any prayer intention I can put on the Holy Family prayer chain, of which I am a member. And I don't know if anybody else here is, but there's only like 3 or 4 prayers people we're praying for every week. Anybody else on the Holy Family prayer chain? We need to, there's hardly anybody. We need to get some of our prayers, and there's a ton of intercessors. So we'll vote on whether you want me to put them on there or not. There's a lending library card. There's so many good books here, and guess what? People leave and they go like this. I'm walking right by those books. I know there's nothing I don't know in there. There's some good stuff, and here's what I welcome you to do. I welcome you to read one of those books and share an idea with me or with the group. If you use the elevator, please make sure the upstairs, downstairs doors are securely shut. I think it's working again. Is it working? Yeah. Did someone use it tonight? Okay. Make sure they're shut, because then the next person can't use it. I think one of the most powerful things of Pray It Off is the small group. Now, the small group should follow the agenda that I set forth, and each member should try to participate. It shouldn't break into small conversations within the group. How was your Christmas? What did you get? What did you do? No, we're talking about the topics at hand. Also, you shouldn't be getting up and going to someone else's table. Please refrain from perfume or colognes. Now you might say, holy crap, there's 20 rules, that's a lot. And what I'm saying to you is keep them in your book. We have gotten through 5 years. We have lost 3,119 pounds. The rules help. The rules help. So, and we have a lot of fun and a lot of laughs too. So, I'm going to stop right there on the ubiquitous rule.